Hello and welcome. My name is Amanda Upton, and today is day one of the Make Time for Yourself mini course. I'm so happy that you're here. So, over the next 3 days, so today, tomorrow, and the next day, I will be showing up here doing a live video talking about a strategy to help you make more time for yourself. And I'll also include a simple action that you can take to really support you in making time. And I'll also be emailing you just kind of a recap of what I talked about in these live videos and the action as well. So if you have not yet registered for the mini course, make sure that you do. You can click the link in the description below. You can also just go to bravenewyoga.com// make time. Just one forward slash, by the way. Okay, so today we are going to dive into strategy number one. But before we get there, I want to clarify what make more time means. So you can interpret this to mean make more time to run errands, to clean your house, to meal prep, to work, do emails, all of that stuff. But what I want you to kind of see this as an opportunity to make more time for you tuning in to you. We live in a culture that really celebrates busyness and distraction, and so we actually have to work pretty hard to separate ourselves from the distraction, from the busyness, from the noise, and tune into ourselves. We have to really make an effort to separate ourselves and move into the quiet and move into a space that feels meaningful and healing and that allows us to connect more deeply with ourselves. And it's in those times when we are connecting with ourselves, when we're doing something that's meaningful for ourselves, that we can really hear our own voice, hear our thoughts, feel our feelings, and feel a sense of clarity around what it is that we need, what we want, who we are, what our purpose is. And to get to that point of hearing and seeing and feeling and understanding can really take many forms. So when you take time for yourself, it's not simply just sitting and like, okay, I'm taking time for myself. It's involving yourself in an activity that feels really good, that feels really meaningful, that helps you connect with yourself. So that could be meditation, that could be making art, that could be making music, that could be running, that could be doing yoga. It could be a number of things. It really doesn't matter what the thing is. It just, all that matters is that it helps you tune into yourself. It doesn't take you away. It doesn't distract you. It doesn't bring you into the external world. It brings you into yourself. So whatever practice that is, it could be knitting, it could be baking, it could be whatever it is, but it's the thing that brings you closer to yourself. So that's what I want to help you achieve. That's what I want to help you do, is make more time for that. So before we get in, I just want to share where I'm coming from with this. So I have been on a quest for a number of years of really reclaiming myself, of feeling whole and complete. It's been something that's been really important to me because I have felt for much of my life that I am lost. And as a result, I've been pretty checked out of my life. And what I've discovered is those feelings of feeling of being lost is lessened when I'm engaged in something that's for myself. And many years ago, I found some really intentional movement practices. And when I was practicing, when I was moving my body, when I was being guided by somebody else, I could let go of the stress and the anxiety of my life and really feel myself. And I would have these glimpses, these moments where I'd be like, oh, right, right. I really like this thing. This is what I want to do. This is my purpose. And I was really like, oh my God, and I'd have those moments. I'd want more of them and more of them. So I got really involved in practices. They were all really movement practices because for me, moving my body is the best way to get in touch with myself. I just began to really integrate those into my life. And it became just a really important part of my life of feeling grounded and centered. And for many years, I had some established time that I made on a regular basis for myself. And then when I became a mother, all of that just changed. Like all of it just kind of went out the window, right? That just wasn't possible to create the amount of time I had for myself like I did before I had a baby. And when I had a baby, not only did I have this little being to care for and support 24 hours a day, I also had a puppy. We got a puppy at the same time. And we moved houses, and I had a business, and I had a marriage, and I had a home to care for. And it just felt like too much, and I couldn't hold all of that. And it felt like I couldn't hold all of that and also make time for myself. It just felt impossible to make time for myself. And I went along with it for a while because it was what I needed to do initially. And becoming a mother, it just felt like, okay, this is what I'm doing. All the stuff for myself is going to be put on the back burner. But over time, I began to feel just kind of sad. And that lost feeling was coming back, and that disconnected feeling was present again. And I just felt like, oh my gosh, I can't do all of this stuff in my life if I can't make time for myself. And so I began to just dive deeply into researching. I just like got on the computer and was read and just tried to figure out, how do you actually make time for yourself? Like, what does it look like? Because everything I knew went out the window, right? Everything that worked for me before doesn't work in this new scenario that I'm in. And so I found a bunch of different strategies. I tried a whole lot of them and kind of narrowed it down to these three that have really just changed the game for me. And I've practiced them so much that I don't really have to think about them anymore, which is an awesome feeling because I've just integrated them into my life. And the thing is that they are simple. They don't take a lot of time, and they don't take a lot of energy output, and they work. And so I'm really excited to share these strategies with you because I know that they will work for you too. But the thing is that they will only work if you use them. That is like the biggest thing, is they will only work if you use them. So I invite you to commit right now to using these strategies. Just say, yes, I am just going to try them out. I am going to try them for 7 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days. Select a block of time, put it on your calendar, put the beginning date and the end date, and say, I am going to utilize these three strategies every day for this many days, and I'm going to see what happens. I'm going to see how I feel. I'm going to see what kind of result is created. Now, give yourself at least 7 days to try these strategies out. And let me know, are you willing to commit to these strategies? Are you willing to do it? Because here's the thing. No one is going to make time for you. No one is going to say, hey, it looks like you could use 30 minutes to an hour every day to just do something for you, to connect more deeply with you. Nobody's going to do that work for you. No one. It's completely up to you. It's completely up to you deciding that today is the day, this is the time, this is the month, this is the year. I am going to make time for myself so that I feel better. I have more energy. I feel more in control. I feel more connected to who I am and what I want and what I need. You're the only one that can do that work. So commit today to trying these strategies out and let me know how your journey goes. Okay, so let's dig into the first strategy. So the three strategies that we're going to be going over have to do with your daily routine, your mindset, and your motivation. These are the three areas that we're going to touch on that are going to really make a difference in terms of making more time for yourself. So the first one we're going to talk about is your routine. Now, it might feel like, I don't want to change my daily routine. Now, this strategy is not about making a huge change to your daily routine. It's really about supporting your routine and just bringing in an extra element that's really going to allow you to make more time for yourself. And this strategy is something you're going to do the night before. So every night before you go to bed, you're going to bring this strategy to life, and it will support you the following day in making more time for yourself. So, as I'm going through this strategy, I want you to be thinking about what is it that I really want to do for myself? Like, what is the practice that I want to do? Is it walking? Is it running? Is it making art or music or journaling or meditating? What is it that's really important to you that you really want to make time for? Okay. And this strategy is going to help you make time for that. So, where I see women, mothers get tripped up the most is that you have this thing that you want to do, but you decide, like, okay, today I am going to do yoga. I'm just going to, you wake up and you're like, okay, today I'm going to do yoga. And then the day rolls on and you're not quite sure where you're going to fit it in, or you thought you were going to do it at lunchtime, but then a meeting went late and then it doesn't happen. Or you are like, you get on your yoga mat and you're like, okay, I got on my yoga mat. Now what? Now what am I going to do? And you go on YouTube, excuse me, and you're searching for videos. And then you're like, I don't know which video is right for me. I don't know which person to take class from. I don't know what video is not going to have a bazillion ads in it. And you're taking all this time. And then you realize, oh my God, I've got to go. And you didn't do the thing that you wanted to do. Or you are can't even find your yoga mat or your blocks. You can't find the yoga video that you want to do, and it just feels like overwhelming. You're just like, oh my God, I just can't even deal with this. I can't do this right now. I'm not doing yoga today, maybe tomorrow. And you get to a place of decision fatigue. And decision fatigue is when we have so many decisions to make that our brain just gets overwhelmed and we give up and we just say, forget it. I'm just moving on. Does that sound familiar? Let me know. So decision fatigue can kill your motivation like crazy. It will just take you from, I'm going to do this, to, oh, forget it. So we want to work against decision fatigue, and I really want you to work for yourself. And the way you're going to do that is by making your decisions ahead of time. You're not going to wait until the moment of your practice to make all of your decisions. You're going to make them ahead of time. And what I recommend is that you make them the night before. So, what that is going to look like is you are going to decide the night before the what, the when, and the where. You're going to decide those three things, and that all have to do with the practice you're going to do the following day. So, what that will look like is if you want to take 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 minutes to do a yoga practice the following day, you're going to decide, okay, when am I going to do my practice? I recommend doing it first thing in the morning or last thing in the day. Doing it in the middle of the day can be a little bit tricky. There's a lot of variables there. So let's say you want to do your practice first thing in the morning. You're going to decide how long you're going to do it. So you're going to do it from 7 to 7:30 or 7 to 7:15, and then you're going to set an alarm on your phone, whatever you need to do there to make sure you're up. Maybe you're getting up earlier, a few minutes earlier, to ensure you have 10 minutes to do your practice. They are going to decide the exact what that you're going to do. So if you are doing a yoga practice, rather than just saying, oh, I'm going to get up and I'm going to do yoga, you're going to decide the night before exactly what you're going to do. So if you have a yoga magazine and you want to do the poses in the magazine, you lay the magazine out. If there is a video that you want to do, you're going to find that video. You're going to do all the searching for the video at night. You can do it in your PJs. You can do it on the couch. There's no like risk involved there. You're just finding the yoga video. You're going to find it, you're going to queue it up on your phone or on your computer, and you're going to set that out and have everything ready for your yoga practice. You're going to have your mat, your blocks, your strap, whatever you need for your practice and the practice you're going to do. You're going to have it set up. And you're going to decide the where, which is a part of that what, where you're going to do it. Are you going to do it in your bedroom? Are you going to do it in an office space or spare room? Are you going to do it in your living room? Are you going to do it in the corner of a room? Where are you going to do this? And you are setting yourself up in that space. So if you've decided you want to do yoga and the space that you have available is your living room, then the night before you're going to just clear out the stuff so that it feels like, okay, this space could be mine. And doesn't need to be a clean living room. Don't stress yourself out. Don't need to clean the room, but just move the stuff out so that your mat can lay there on the floor. You have your supplies ready. You have your computer there to practice, to follow along with your video. It's all ready. And then you're going to go to bed and you're going to wake up and everything is ready for you. All you have to do is put your yoga clothes on, go down and get on your mat. Now, the same is true if you're going to go for a walk outside. I often go for a walk in the mornings, and what I do is I put my clothes in the bathroom. I have everything ready in terms of all of the winter layers that I need, and all I do is get out of bed, go in the bathroom, put my clothes on, and walk out the door. The idea here is you're making every single decision the night before about what you're doing, when you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, so that when you wake up in the morning or before you go to bed at night, all the decisions have been made. All you have to do is show up. And the power in this is that your brain is getting ready. It is visioning. It is laying the groundwork. It is mapping out this activity that you're going to do. It's prepping, right? Just like you're prepping your space and you're getting your stuff ready. As you're doing that, you're creating a pathway for your brain, and your brain's going, okay, this is the thing we're going to do. We're going to just do this tomorrow. And so you're already gearing yourself up for this practice, this time that you're going to make for yourself. And it becomes so much easier. You're not fighting against all the stuff about, I should do this and I've got to do all these other things and whatever. Your brain's already like, oh, we've already got it set. Let's just go down and do it. Let's just make it happen. Okay, so that is the strategy. And what I want for you to do today, that is your simple action, is I want you to determine what you're going to do tomorrow. And I want you to make all the decisions for that practice that you're going to do tomorrow. I want you to make all the decisions tonight. Now, I'll send you an email just outlining all of this. But again, you're going to decide your when, your what, and your where. Make it easy on yourself. Make all the decisions you can tonight. Do it in your PJs. Make it fun. Put music on. Make it everything ready tonight to support your tomorrow self. And notice how it feels to support your tomorrow self as you're making your decisions tonight. Okay, let me know how this strategy lands, how it feels. Make a note of how it feels in your body as you are making your decisions tonight, and what it feels like to be setting yourself up for success tomorrow. And when we come back here tomorrow, we'll be talking about your mindset, and specifically 2 words that can really just jumpstart you and get you into action and creating more time for you every single day. Okay, I look forward to seeing you then, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful day. We'll see you next time.